If you guys want to be in with a chance of winning 100,000 coins on Ultimate Team in my October giveaway, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Hey guys, Youthway here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys the ultimate trading and investing guide for the new Ultimate Screen promo coming to FIFA 19 towards the end of October. Every year, coinciding with Halloween, EA release a new promo which includes SBCs, packs, and special cards, and this is to celebrate Halloween, which is on the 31st of October. Typically, EA release new promos and content on a Friday, so you can expect Ultimate Screen to start on the 26th of October and carry all the way on until Friday the 2nd of November. So we're going to have a whole week of new content. This will include loads of SBCs, potentially guaranteed Team of the Week SBCs, and maybe ones that will require the new Ultimate Screen cards. We have the card available in the database, so we know this promo is coming to FIFA 19, and we're also going to have loads of packs, 125ks, 100ks, 50ks, all that good stuff. So along with that, you can expect there to be a large market crash. Players are going to drop down in price across the board, so you guys need to be prepared. If you get some of the players I show you in this video, you'll make a lot of profit, and I'm also going to be explaining what will happen to the market so you know whether to keep or sell your players. So if you guys do enjoy, if you do, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let's try and smash 250, that'd be much appreciated. Also, if you guys are new on here, don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, let's go on into it. So first of all, I'm sure a lot of you guys are interested in what is probably the main part of the Ultimate Screen promo, and that is the Scream team, the squad of 23 Ultimate Screen players released into packs throughout the promo. Now you guys can see on screen right now, I've got a picture of both FIFA 17 and FIFA 18 Scream teams, and you have a really wide random mix of players in there. You've got some of the most popular players on the game that a lot of people like using, but also some of the slowest players, some of the strongest players, some of the quickest players, just a wide random mix of cards in there, and they're released into packs with a slight boost to their overall rating and stats, as if it's an inform card, similar kind of boost as you'd expect from that. But then on the final weekend of the promo, they get a really big boost. They go up by 5 or 6 overall. Some of their stats get boosted by 20 or 30 in some cases. It's crazy, and they then go back to normal after that weekend. But you will see at certain points of the year, on certain kind of spooky dates, for example, so on Friday the 13th, any month where the 13th is a Friday, they then get boosted up again for the weekend, and at other random points throughout the year, probably around 5 or 6 times throughout the course of FIFA 19, you'll see these cards get boosted up again for a couple of days, and they will have those really high ratings and overall stats. So this year we can expect to see probably some really popular players, maybe people like Depay, Promes, maybe Kondogbia, those types of players that a lot of people are using. But we'll also see some of the slowest players on the game, maybe some of the strongest players, some of the quickest players, some random cards too. So last year, for example, we saw Justin Kluivert, and what was quite cool about his card, he got boosted up to have the same rating and stats as his dad with his 86 rated icon card, who is Patrick Kluivert. We also saw both the Bender brothers get the exact same rating and stats in game. Every single one of their in-game stats was identical, and they were in the same position, which was quite cool there as well. I think we also saw Crouch go up from having 30 something pace to having above 80, which was quite a cool boost. And we saw the year before that Mertesacker, he was very slow, he went up to having 80 or 90 pace too. We saw Akin Fenwa, who went up from having a really slow card to having a really quick card and having the crazy strength he already had. So you have some really random cards, but some quite cool cards that a lot of you guys will enjoy using, and also when they do get their big boost, they can be very useful for completing high rated SBCs. I remember last year a lot of people used these in the icon SBCs, which we haven't really had so far in FIFA 19, and I'm not sure if we will see any throughout the year, because I think now prime icons are just constantly in packs rather than coming directly from SBCs. But the Ultimate Scream team is definitely something to look forward to. It will be in packs. We're going to have loads of promo packs released, 100ks, 125ks, 50ks, 35ks, you name it. You can expect to see it with lightning rounds released pretty much every single day throughout the promo. So these cards will probably be relatively cheap, but will then get boosted up on the final day. So definitely something to look out for there. They will probably rise up when they get boosted, and we may also require these cards for SBCs. I remember back on FIFA 17 we had 3 different SBCs, one for Payet, one for Douglas Costa, and one for Mario Gaspar, and you had to trade in Ultimate Scream cards to get those players in return, anywhere from 1 for Mario Gaspar up to 7 for Payet, and you got a really cool SBC card with some boosted stats in return. A lot of people completed them, and that meant Ultimate Scream cards and high rated goals, 83s, 84s, 85s, all those types of players rose up a lot in price. But we didn't see anything like that on FIFA 18, so there's a slight chance we could have those similar SBCs that require Ultimate Scream cards on FIFA 19, but also we may not. Something we saw on both of those FIFAs were flash SBCs that were released every single day, and that gave you decent packs, 25Ks, 35Ks, even 45Ks in some cases, and they had quite random requirements, typically quite a low rating overall, but you needed players from certain clubs that were in some way linked to Halloween. We could also potentially see guaranteed Team of the Week SBCs, which typically come with both a tradable and untradeable version. The untradeable one requires an 83 rating overall, whilst the tradable version keeps the same rating but also requires 2 inform cards. And if these are released, we'll see high rated gold cards, and discard price informs rise significantly in price, and if you guys invest in them, you will be able to make lots of profit. But I have now covered all of the SBCs and potential cards we could see throughout the promo. You guys know we're also going to have a lot of promo packs released, but I'm going to show you guys all of the best players to invest in, so prepare yourself for the promo to make a load of profit, and then at the end of the video we'll talk more about the market crash and players you guys need to keep or sell. So right here I've got a whole squad of different investments that will cover you for various SBCs we could potentially see during the Ultimate Screen promo. Now I'd recommend picking up a variety of these different players and just keeping them in your club. You can sell them in the hype shortly before the promos are expected to start to make guaranteed profit with no potential risk of losing out, or alternatively you can keep them until all the SBCs and everything are released, and if there are any that need these cards, they will rocket up in price. So in the main starting 11 we've got loads of different players playing for a variety of clubs that are in some way related to Halloween, and I'd recommend getting around 10 of each of these different players from these clubs. You don't have to get the same cards as me, just get players from these same clubs and try and get them really cheaply. You can look for silvers for maybe 200 coins or so, or you can get gold cards for about 400 or 500. They're so cheap so you don't really have any risk of losing out. So we've got Wolves, who obviously, as the name suggests, are related to wolves. They've got a wolf as their badge as well, and wolves are related to Halloween. They're kind of like a spooky animal. I think we've seen wolves as well in previous SBCs for Ultimate Scream. We've also got Valencia. I've got Rakic here as an example, and they have a bat in their badge there, and that's obviously related to Halloween. That's something you see a lot at Halloween. We've also got Dijon, who have an owl in their badge right there, and they've got a few gold cards you can maybe pick up. We've got Man United, who obviously they're called the Red Devils. They've got a devil, and a devil is obviously related partly to Halloween, as it's kind of like a spooky kind of scary thing. We've also got Levante, and they also have a bat in their badge right there, just like Valencia. You've got Roma, who have a wolf as their main kind of bit of their badge. Obviously wolves are related to Halloween, wolf being a key part of Roman history. We've also got Tijuana from the Liga Banco MX. They have also, I think that's a wolf in their badge, and we actually saw them last year, so we could maybe see them this year as well. And then finally we've got Maggio, who plays for Benevento in the Calcio B, and they have a witch in their badge. And I mean, you can't really get much more Halloween and Ultimate Scream than having a witch, so definitely one to keep an eye out for. Just get some investments in these clubs. As I said, you don't need to get the same players as me. You can maybe just look through Wolves, go to gold, and get the cheapest cards you can find. Really pick up a few of them, maybe around 10 or so, as I said, depending on your budget. Keep them in your club and you're good to go. We've also got high rated gold cards and informs, and these are primarily for the guaranteed Team of the Week SBCs, although we may also have other SBCs that we can't really predict right now. EA may throw in some random ones that may require some high rated gold cards, so it's always good to be prepared. And right now you can get these really cheaply, as there isn't an SBC requiring these types of players really on the whole. Some of them may be a little bit higher in value because of the Lucas Player of the Month SBC, but if you guys look on Footbin, and I'll leave a link down below in the description, they have a feature that shows the cheapest players for certain ratings, and you can just go and pick up some of the cheapest 83s, 84s, etc, etc. And with the One to Watch promo, a lot of packs being open to these cards are quite cheap, so you can get 85s, 84s, 83s, get some 82s and 81s as well. You can find really cheap non-rare cards. I mean, look at this, an 82 rated card for 600 coins. We've got an 83 with Farman here for 1,000, and you could see people like this go up 2 or 3 times easily what they're currently selling for. And you've also got lots of informs. I'd recommend getting cards from 84 down to 81 to cover you for a variety of different SBCs. You've got people like Lala and Wesley, who you can get very cheaply. These cards both cost me 10,000 coins. People like Traore, they're just over 10k for an 82. This guy here, again, just over 10k there. He's 83 rated, and Granit Xhaka, 13k there for an 84. So you've got loads of good options with informs. Definitely ones worth picking up. Even if they don't go up because of Ultimate Scream, they'll rise up just because they're no longer in packs and other SBCs may require them. Same with these cards here. They're really cheap now, and there may be other SBCs potentially requiring them. And then these ones here that you're getting really cheaply, you can just sell in the hype if you want, and you will be able to make guaranteed profit on these, because I expect someone like Maggio here, he's already going for maybe 600 or 700 coins, as you guys can see here. You'll be able to snipe these guys or get them on bid to get them cheaply, and you can get silvers from the same club. But right now, They're not too expensive, but you could expect maybe around the 20th of October, that kind of time there, these cards to maybe be going for 2,000 or 3,000 coins just in the hype before Halloween. And then if SBCs do require them, you could see these cards reach 8, 9, maybe even 10,000 coins and go extinct. But yeah, right now these cards are quite expensive and they can continue to go higher. So make sure you get on them as early as possible, make these investments, and you will be able to reap the rewards and make yourself loads and loads of profit. So that's the investment side of this investment guide covered. But we've also obviously got the market crash, and that's something a lot of you guys will be interested in. So I need to cover all of that and let you guys know who you should buy, who you should sell, and all that good stuff. So the ultimate screen promo is probably going to be the first time in FIFA 19 that we see a lot of big packs released with 125Ks, 100Ks, all those promo packs released very regularly. And because of that, player prices across the board on Ultimate Team will drop and there will be a huge market crash. Player prices won't really get any lower than what they will be during the Ultimate Screen market crash for the next couple of months until Cyber Monday and Black Friday and Team of the Year, and that is in January. So it's a great time to buy cards very cheaply. If you're looking to build a team, make sure that you just get a lot of coins ready for Ultimate Screen by selling your cards soon, and then you can build a team very cheaply. You will see people like Messi and Ronaldo, icons, the really high-end cards, be very, very cheap during Ultimate Screen. You're also going to see players like Goretzka and Tolisso, who are quite low rated but have a lot of value, plummet in price, and these are the cards that will be affected the most. So Goretzka is 83 rated and is going for about 40k right now, and he will keep rising because he's actually not in packs as he's the ones to watch player right now. But when Ultimate Screen comes out, he's going to plummet in price, probably about 50 or 60%. He'll go down to maybe 25k, maybe even a little bit lower, and you'll see that with people like Martial, Gabriel Jesus, all those types of players. So I would recommend selling someone like this, maybe Tolisso for example as well. Sell these cards around the same time as the weekend league, the first weekend league of FIFA 19, which is going to be Thursday or Friday. Sell them around the time people are going to be building their teams. These cards will have good value then, and after that they're just going to keep on dropping down. If it's a player that's a ones to watch card, so someone who's currently in the ones to watch squad, someone like Goretzka, I've got Fred as well, who's one of those players, I would recommend keeping them for the next week or so and then sell them in about a week, just because they're currently out of packs. This gold card, for example, with Fred, he's out of packs at the moment. This gold card, it's just the ones to watch one in packs at the moment. So this one will keep rising just a little bit. I'd sell this card in about a week or so. But if it's a card like Fred or like Goretzka who isn't in the ones to watch squad, so one of those low rated cards with good value, Martial, Gabriel Jesus, Rashford, Davinson Sanchez, Bailly, anyone like that, sell them before the first weekend league, as that is when they will have good value. Any 82s and 83s like this, maybe Jarstein for example, who really don't have any value now, I'd recommend keeping, because they're going to rise in price with the hype of potential SBCs for Ultimate Scream, and you can either sell them in the hype beforehand or you can keep them and then sell them if they rise up for any SBCs throughout the promo. You've also got higher rated cards. I don't really have any in my club right now. I have sold a lot of them. But let's say you have someone like Pogba maybe, or Aguero, I'd recommend selling those cards again before the first weekend league. They'll have a good amount of value then, because people are going to have more coins hopefully by then with the new kind of packs and SBCs that we may have with ones to watch. And also we're going to have squad bass rewards coming out on Thursday, so people will have more coins from that, and it means players are going to go up in price because more people can actually afford them. Right now, not many people have a lot of coins, so they can't really pay a lot of coins for players, so players don't have much value. But come Thursday and Friday, you'll see a lot more kind of cards like Aguero and people like that go up a little bit more, so it's a good time to sell those cards. After that, they're going to keep on dropping down because there will be a lot of panic before Ultimate Scream. We're going to see about a week or so before the promo, prices are going to start dropping, especially for those high-end players, as people anticipate the big market crash coming with Ultimate Scream, and they start panicking and selling their cards, and player prices start dropping even before the promo started. They then drop even more once the promo comes out and we have packs and SBCs and all that, but they start dropping before it's even started. So make sure that you've sold your cards before any of that panic starts. I've also got informs and special cards here. When it comes to these, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're not going to be affected too much by Ultimate Scream just because they're not in packs. So I mean, inform Yarmolenko for example, he's not going to be in packs ever again, so this card won't get packed throughout the Ultimate Screen promo. He's about 25k now, 24, 25k, actually even lower there. I've got this one for 20k, and he won't really drop much just because he's not going to be getting packed anymore. But I'll probably be selling a lot of these cards in around 2 weeks time, just so I have as many coins as possible to go into Ultimate Screen with. I expect these cards will rise up by around 10% or so, make me a few thousand coins, and I can then sell them then. I will be keeping some of these discard price informs and some of these cards like Czech, who are quite cheap and high rated, just in case we have any SBCs that could be useful. And looking through some of my loan cards, I'll just show you guys as examples. Let's say I had someone like Sane, I'd be selling him in a couple of days. I said around Friday kind of time. Same with someone like Mertens, any of these types of players here. All these high-end cards, as they will drop with the market crash and the market crash before the crash, which, as I've mentioned, will be around a week or so before the promo. Someone like Mahrez, though, because he's a ones-to-watch player, make sure that you sell that card in around a week's time, just because he's not in packs at the moment with that gold card. So it will go up in value as it's a little bit rarer on the market. That's the only really exception to the rule. Apart from that, I'd recommend selling before the weekend league starts. If you've got any cards that just don't really have much value at all, I'll go down some lower rated players just to show you. Need to get all the way down. Like, let's say someone like Pato, Bellarabi, these types of players here, Guilavogui, Philip. These cards right now have a little bit of value. They're going for about 1,000 coins in some cases, maybe 1.5k, 2k because of SBCs or because they play in a good league. So these types of players, maybe Mukiele or Vinicius Jr., sell these cards pretty soon. Again, before the first weekend league's a good time, because I mean, it's not in that long when I'm doing this video right now. I think it's is it a Monday or a Tuesday? I've lost track of time, but on Thursday or Friday they'll go up a little bit more, just because more people will have coins, more people will have FIFA 19 as well. Some people may have not got it yet. It may be in the post, for example, and I mean, the longer we wait, the more people will get the game. So by then they may have a little bit more value and it's a good time to sell, but they will completely just get destroyed. Their prices will go down so much with Ultimate Scream, and all those cards now, like Vinicius Jr., who may be about 1.5k now, they'll be going for like 600 or 700 coins then. Coman, these types of cards, Kepa is another example, that are 83 rated, 84, that are quite low rated but have a good amount of value. Sell them again before the first weekend league. But I think that's pretty much everything covered. If you have any questions about players that you are wondering whether you should keep or sell them, just let me know down below. But it's pretty simple. If it's a low rated card that's pretty kind of valueless right now, someone like Vinicius Jr., any of those cards there, sell them as soon as possible because they'll only get cheaper. If it's a card that's an 83 or an 84 that doesn't have much value, keep them because they could be good for SBCs. If it's an 83 or an 84 that does have value, or an 82, maybe someone like Fred, for example, just sell them before the first weekend league, unless it's a card that is in the ones to watch team, maybe Goretzka or Fred, those types of players there. Once they're in the ones to watch squad, sell them in around a week's time, just because they're out of packs now and they'll rise up. Sell high rated cards that have a lot of value around Friday time before the weekend league, as people are building their teams. Inform cards that don't have much value now, they're not going to change too much, so you can keep hold of them. And then high end informs, maybe someone like Inform Hazard, for example. If you have a card like that, try selling them in around a week or two before the panic selling starts. But I mean, if you follow those basic rules, you should be good and you should be prepared. But that is what's going to happen with the market during the Ultimate Screen promo. It's a great time to buy expensive players and to buy a good team. So if you make sure that you go into the promo with the majority of your club liquidated and just try and have as many coins as possible, you'll be good to go, make investments, do SBCs, buy players, and you should be good. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to be entered into the 100k giveaway, which I'll be announcing at the end of the month. Something I will be doing throughout the rest of FIFA 19, monthly giveaways. So hope you guys do enjoy those. But I'll see you guys later. Take care.